Happy Pride Month. It is time to change out the doll display yet again, and I have a very exciting theme this year for Pride, and so let's just get into it. Hi, I'm Ryn, and welcome to Ryn.the.Dragon, where I collect things, especially dolls. My second channel is linked down below. Let's get to the doll display. So, this year I wanted to do rainbow, like an actual rainbow. And what better doll line to do for rainbow than Rainbow High? I have all of the colors here. I even bought a doll for this display. Not just for this display, because I didn't want this doll before the display, but the display kind of expedited that buying. Me actually buying the doll. I ended up getting her from eBay for $11, which was great. I was going to buy her for $25 from Target, and then I was like, hold up, let's see if it's on eBay. And she was. So I got her from eBay. So before we actually get to putting the dolls up, we're going to first do a doll unboxing. We have Rainbow High Clementine here with her little glitter legs, and let's get her out of this box. Out of the glitter leg line, there is two that I liked. Actually, none of them are bad, but my favorite two are Clementine and Rosetta. I did not get Rosetta this time. I'm gonna be on the hunt for Rosetta too. Let's get to unboxing. Everyone, her name is right here, Clementine. And as seen on Vu Dan's Rainbow World, so she doesn't have a major. It's the first doll I've unboxed that didn't have a major. Maybe her major is glitter legs. I don't know. We'll see more as we get into this. But let's get her out. Here I am trying to make an aesthetic unboxing, and she doesn't want to come out of the box aesthetically. I literally couldn't tell you why she doesn't want to come out of this box. So, she's unboxed unaesthetically. But here she is without the glare. She's really beautiful. Her face and her hair color was why I wanted her. Not necessarily because she has glitter legs. I wanted her in spite of the glitter legs. Actually, the glitter legs are cute. What I don't like is that she lacks articulation. And so that is... I bought her in spite of the lack of articulation. Okay, so she is out of the box. So we're going to do a quick little review before we actually start the doll display. She, I'm going to guess, likes coffee and donuts. So because she has a little coffee maker, a little cup of coffee, and 2 donuts. And she also has a book that says Chasing Midnight Rainbows, which sounds like an interesting book, and a purse. And here are her legs. The glitter is slowly falling down, which is fun. Her shoes are kind of just like, yeah. They of course say rainbow on them, which, okay. Her outfit is cute. This is another reason why I wanted her. Like, she has orange. Don't ask me what kind of pattern this is. I couldn't tell you. Is it plaid? I want to call everything plaid. Well, she has this little pattern skirt with a little bit of this, like, rougher faux leather on top. And then she has a top with rainbow high characters on it. And yeah, I think she's really cute. Look at her little face. And the lips, and her hair is beautiful. And then, of course, she has an orange stand and comb, which we'll be adding to the collection. The first orange doll I wanted to get was Poppy, and I still want to get Poppy, but I also like Clementine. So, I will have both. And I don't want every single Poppy. I do want at least 2 Poppies. The winter one, because I just think that one's cute. And then the Fantastic Fashion one will eventually be in my collection, when I'm willing to spend almost $100 on her. I've managed to, like, the most expensive one I have is Delilah, that I actually spent money on. It's Delilah. Everybody else was, you know, like $25 or less. She was like almost 40, and so spending more than that is just kind of like, we shall see. We're going to introduce all of the characters. I'm gonna be honest. One of them, we're gonna make it up. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself later if I remember. We're not gonna do Roy G. Biv. I don't want to do that color pattern. That one's very typical. Instead, we're gonna do it from the song that I learned as a kid, which is red, then yellow, then pink, then green, then purple, then orange, then blue. And I can make a rainbow. That is the one we're doing. Because that is the one that I grew up singing, you know, in school and stuff, so we're going with that. I don't know if these two braids are supposed to be rubber band together the whole time, or just when she's in the packaging, but we'll just leave them together like that. Okay, so our red, I'm pretty sure her name is Rosie Redwood. So we have red, then yellow is Delilah. It feels like a crime to not do Sunny, but Delilah's never been on display, while Sunny has. Sure, it was a year ago, but we're gonna go with Delilah in this, and it'll be fine. Red and yellow, then pink. Pinkley James, pretty sure that's her name. I have so many pink options, but I don't think she's been on display. And if I'm wrong, then she's just going to be on display again. I also could see myself swapping her out for Victoria? I think it's Victoria. But she was also easier to get to than Victoria. Oh, and another thing is, because I have, like, some of them are rainbow high and some of them are shadow high, it's just like I'm trying to balance out not having too many be from one than the other. And then red and yellow, pink, then green is Harley Limestone. And her hair is kind of interesting. It feels fine, and then it just gets all messy very easily. I don't know if it's because, like, she's one of the only dolls with her hair just, like, straight and out or not, but hers get messy very easily. We have Harley, red and yellow and pink and green, purple. We have Lila, and so she's coming in the purple. I also have a few options for purple, but I decided to go with her, one of the newer ones. Purple and orange, we know, is Clementine. And blue, I technically have 2 options. One of them is still in the box, so we're going with the other one, and that is Robin. So these all of the girls that are going to be in the display. I also, for the smaller part of the display, I have my Rainbow Brides. One of them is missing. I have no idea where she is, and I might have to buy another one, which I'm not looking forward to since they're now 27. She's now $27, and I got them when they were 12. So, ooh. But we're gonna put at least these two in the display. I also have pets that we can probably end up also doing like rainbow with. Let's actually get everybody off the display. I might end up keeping the chair here, but everything else has to go. Doll display is now cleared, and now it is time to put the girls up. Now, one thing that I have to say, I have no idea where her actual doll stand is. I have the priestess that attached to her, but the actual base, I have no idea. So she is using, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's Lila's or not, Eliza or not. She's using a different one. And we're going to be starting from behind me and going that way. So no one will really know that she doesn't have the proper stand. And if you can tell, let's not talk about it. I'm kind of leaning towards not using this particular pink. We're going to see how they look together, and if I change my mind, we're going to go with Victoria. Her shoelaces need to be tied up, but we'll try to ignore it. I don't want it to be something that's like, why'd you pick that? So let's try to do a fun one. That's not gonna work. So we have to move the chair. I kind of feel like because this is a lighter like color palette, the two neon ones kind of stand out, but I can get away with the green one because I don't have any other green ones. But I think I am going to change out Pinky for Veronica, just because I feel like it'll be a lot better if it's a little more subtle. And honestly, it would probably be the best if I actually had a Rainbow High red and a Rainbow High green. And I'll probably end up getting those in the future. And then I wanted like a Rainbow High version and then a Shadow High version of the rainbow. They never did orange. And they never did yellow. But I think for yellow, if I did like Shadow High, I would just do Luna because her sister goes to Shadow High, so I could get away with it. Plus, it's more like a neon, sunshiny yellow, and this is more of a pastel rainbow. And then her. So I think I'm gonna change out Pinky for Veronica. Victoria? I cannot remember. I have a Veronica and a Victoria. One Shadow High, one's Rainbow High. So I don't know which one I am talking about. But I'm going to go get one of those to put here. I can also see Bella going right here. We'll see which one I end up picking. I like this more. I feel like the pink and the yellow are more like, this red isn't like bright red because there's pink in the red hair. So that this blends in more, and then having the pop in the middle, and then having the 3 here, and you only have 2 Shadow High this time, which is fine. But this looks more cohesive, and it's not your traditional Roy G. Biv, but I was never gonna go with that because when I think of rainbow, that's the colors that I remember in the song, the way I remember it in the song. But now let's actually put in the Rainbow Brights. And something that I'm thinking about doing is having pets and having them being color coded as well. But instead of having red lining up with red, we're going to have red here and then do red, yellow, pink, green, purple, orange, blue. And for red, we are going to go with mascot. Let's go in here. I have 2 options for purple. We should have a bunch of options for purple. Yellow, I have this, I'm pretty sure this is Orange Blossom's little pet. And it's yellow and orange, but it's this little butterfly would be the yellow. Red, yellow, pink. I'm going to go with I think it's custard from Strawberry Shortcake for our pink, red, yellow, pink, green. We are going to go with, don't ask me the name of the pet, but this is Venus McFlytrap's pet. So we're going to go with that for green. And then orange, we're doing Torali's pet. Wait. Red and yellow, pink, and green, purple. So purple's next, actually. And I have 2 options. I can either do a rainbow. I'm not sure whose this is. Oh, I think this might be, this is probably Plum Pudding's little owl. I think we're gonna go with the owl. The owl looks fun. But then also like the subtlety of the colors. I think we're gonna go with Dustin. Just because Dustin is, because it's more pastel and the owl guy is a little darker in color. Purple, orange, and for orange we have Torali's pet. We don't have a lighter orange, so. And then blue we have Lenore Lumington's spider. And of course we are not finished with this display because we have to have Thing in the background as well as Cricket. And we'll add another, maybe we'll add the little owl guy down here. And there we go. I feel like something should be over here, but we'll try to ignore that feeling. Maybe, I mean, I do have a couple butterflies. Let's see if... Perfect! Because, you know, rainbows and butterflies all kind of feel like they go together. Okay, I'm loving it. I'm loving the rainbow. And that is our doll display. That is our doll display for Pride Month. I'm very pleased with it. I do kind of feel like out of all of them, she stands out the most because even though she's like a brighter red, the white kind of like lightens it and so does the pink. She sticks out like a sore thumb, but she's also in a band and that's kind of her thing. So we'll let her be neon and stand out a little bit. And I have to figure out, there is one that I want to get that's like a green that's from Rainbow High. Can't remember her name, so don't ask. I might end up getting like a Rainbow High green and having a Shadow High green and then having like both. But here we have our rainbow in untraditional rainbow order. And I love it. I think next year I could see myself doing like either a Shadow High version or doing like some of my more random dolls that are wearing the colors and doing it for Pride Month. But we're gonna go with this. I like this. This is good. But that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the rest of the month because I have a lot of fun videos planned. And until then, bye!